Sorry, everybody. Got to refill my drink. Can't be going in this thing all talking for about an hour. Shout out to everybody in the live chat, and especially to you guys who are thanking or congratulating me. I need to thank you for congratulating me on the 500 subscribers. Shout out to the Spine Ticks crew, because they're the ones last night to put me back over. And what I mean by that is that I was initially put over, and then I guess somebody unsubscribed, and I went back down to 493 the next day, and 500 on Spine Ticks. So, tightness. How y'all doing? This is the secret variant. This is, of course, the wonderful FOC show that covers all the releases coming up, and the final orders are due on 4/26/2021. Unless you are DC, you are due next Sunday. Oh, wow, it's 5:04 now, man. It was 5:01 when I signed on. That's awesome. So you guys are great. I appreciate you so much. It's just good stuff. And don't forget to like and share the video. Please leave me a comment if you're watching on the rewind. And, of course, if you haven't subscribed, well, you're missing out on the real big fun. And I can confirm a few people got to see some of the contents of the Ultra Box. And I know I was gonna do an IG post, and I got a whole bunch of books together. Give me some time. Post is coming. Be on the watch out for that one. You're going to want to watch and follow on my IG as well as my Face Space and the Twitter, because Rogue is going to go home with somebody. We just don't know who that's going to be yet. So let's get cranking, everybody. This is the secret variant. And I am being bombarded by my animals in the house here. So I got the dog who just came in, pounded through the door, sleeping behind me. And now I got the cat next to me here, meowing her face off. There's the chat box. Real rude. Good to see you, man. All you guys. Spine Ticks. I see you guys over there in the chat. I appreciate y'all. So I know you're not here to really see me. You came to see the goods. So let's see what we got on FOC this week, guys. Because there's a lot of good stuff out there, and I wouldn't want you to miss it. But of course, you know, if we're going through FOC, this means one thing's for sure. We're definitely going to be spoiling some of you guys on some of these FOC listings and stuff. So it is what it is. But all right, guys, let's kick it off with Ablaze and oh my god. Way to open the show, huh? Sumerian Iron Shadows in Moon number 2, and that's your cover A. But don't worry, if you like that cover A, cover B's not so bad either. Cover C, very bloody. However, cover D to that Fantastic Four 235 or 234 throwback, at 235 I think it is your D cover, and then you have a 10 copy version incentive, which repeats your cover A if that's the artwork you're after. And then you got Sumerian Iron Shadows 20 copy incentive, and then you have this one right here, which is the 30 copy incentive. I'm late night every night, aren't I? Like I joke about it sometimes how I live on the East Coast, but I am definitely on Hawaiian time. So those are your incentives up for Ablaze. Next up, we've got Absolute Comics giving us Dual Identity. There's your cover A. And your cover B. Oh, it looks like a White Widow appearance, everybody. Alright, let's see what else we got here. We've got Aftershock coming up, shattering your expectations with B-Quest number 3. Phantom on Scan number 2. And that's going to round them out. Antarctic Press is up next, giving you Gold Digger number 282. And the coloring book for Steam Wars. Not my forte, but I'm not going to knock anybody. Archie, giving us Archie and Friends Superheroes. So look, Archie's getting into the superhero game too, because he sees, you know, everybody getting that end game money. So if you're going to have that end game money, you best come correct. And then Artists, Writers, and Artisans, giving us Redemption number 4. Looks like a good old Western. I actually started watching Westworld with the advent of my HBO Max subscription that I did not cancel after the Snyder Cut. So, if anybody else is with me on that one, I feel your pain. You know, there's some good stuff to watch on there. So, I'm not going to really toss it out until I'm completely fed up with paying for it yet. But it hasn't got to that point yet. Alice in Leatherland number 2. And did not see a variant for that one. Oni Press. Jonna and the Impossible Monsters. Number 3, cover A. And there is your cover B. And that's going to round it out for them. Believe it or not, the biggest part of this FOC is going to be in some of these other ones. What's going on here? We got a machine freeze, everybody. Oh no. My slides stopped responding. Of course they did. Alright, give me a second while we see what's going on here. Let's go switch screens while I finagle with this. There we go. Okay, I popped back up, but what slide was I at? Okay. Yeah, this thing just took a dive on me here. Thanks, Microsoft, for having me do that. But let's get back to it. All right, so Scout Comics is up next. Now, this one's also in the same advent that I have been pulling the Scout FOC from the same list as DC and Lunar. So that gives them the advent of having final orders due next Sunday. So you guys got an extra week on this Scout stuff here, which hopefully that helps you out. But By the Horns number 2 of 7, second print. And then Midnight Western Theater number 1 of 5. I thought that other one was the second print. I might be wrong on that. Rabid World number 1. And even though they aren't listed, they did not show a Rabid World number 1 variant for that, but there's most likely going to be a variant for all of those number 1s through Scout. So check with your LCS, find out what's the deal. But don't forget, Titan Comics now also, of course, is still doing this Blade Runner Origins story. So we got Blade Runner Origins number 4. Then your cover B. And then your Blade Runner Origins cover C. And then we got Minky Woodcock and the Girl Who Electrified Tesla in issue number 2. And honestly, I think the cover A is the best one out of these for issue 2. There's your cover B. Okay. And there's your cover C. Which ain't bad, but I don't know. Like, I think cover A again. I think it was the better one out of them. But I do enjoy having 4 copies of that Virgin cover, and I'm gonna. They're in the to be slabbed box, so we'll see if I can manage to get them slabbed before anybody forgets about it. Autumnal. Now they are on issue number 7. So here's your cover A, and then this is part of that connecting variant set. And I think it's going to run the whole series, which is pretty wild if you think about it. The I Walk with Monsters number 6, cover A. And then we got cover B by Hickman. Boom Studios. We're already at Boom. So we're already in the premier publishers, everybody. Berserker number 2 is getting a second print Mora variant. Before it even comes out. So we've got a second print on FSC before it comes out. So you know what that means. If you're specking on Berserker books and you're collecting Berserker books, you definitely want to get your name down for it. If they're going to do these foil things, they're going to be limited to 10,000, and everybody's going to be mad about it. So it's going to be like a later variant, you know. Really, it's weird just to think about it, but you know. But here we go with Jim Henson's Storyteller Tricksters number 3. There's your cover A by Momoko. There's a 25 copy incentive by Momoko as well. And then they also offer this cover B, which is pretty cool looking artistically, but the Momokos together, you know, probably kill it. Luna number 4, cover A. And there's your cover B. Oh, and guess what? Cover B without the trade dress is going to be your 1 in 10 incentive for Luna number 4 of its 5-issue miniseries. So very interesting to see what's going to happen with that Luna property. Magic the Gathering number 1, 3rd printing. Yes, 3rd printing already. Orcs number 4, there's your cover A by Larson. There's your cover B by Boo. And then here is your 10 copy incentive by Corona. And then Power Rangers number 7, cover A. We got the cover A Scalera. And this is what Frank Gogol had revealed, that his favorite Ranger is now the Black Ranger. And he said it's something to do with the storyline. So I'm assuming the badassness that is in this cover right here, looking like the Black Ranger about to tear some people up. Is probably what he's referring to. And then here's your cover B. And then we have a cover C sketch variant. So they didn't tell us which cover the sketch was going to be. Hey, thanks, Spidey Hunter, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys in the live chat who've been here for the ride and supported me through the little way of growing this little channel into something, a little something, huh? The Power Rangers number 7, cover D, 10 copy incentive. There's your Scalera variant. And then your 15 copy incentive is basically the cover B. Both of these are, again, virginized. There is a 25 copy incentive. This one will most likely have the trade dress on it. And then the 50 copy incentive will be the virgin incentive. Unlike all the artwork that is put forward, making them all appear like they might be a virgin, they are all not virgin. We only find them when they're dead. Continues with their very interesting title dress placement in their cover. And then the cover B by Infante is stained glass. That's just wicked looking, right? There is a 25 copy incentive, so you're going to be on the lookout for that one. And oh wait, there's a 50 copy incentive as well. Woo, that's a lot of books for Image, right? Dark Horse, Kajakaru, the Skinner, number 2 of 2. So 2-issue miniseries. Far Cry, the Rite of Passage, number 1 of 3, and no variants were shown listed. And then Rangers of the Divide, number 1 of 4, also no variants shown listed. So there might be some variants sliding in tomorrow or maybe before release date. I don't know, but that's why you're going to check with your LCSs on your ordering tomorrow and find out what is available. Because I don't think there's anything else available, but we know how sneaky sometimes. Dark Horse tends to not be that sneaky about it, but I do want you guys to check if you are interested in those Dark Horse stories. I'd rather you guys be safe than sorry. And this is how I'm trying to do my part for the community. Again, I'm out here trying to bust shillers and you know, call people out when they're up to shenanigans and all sorts of things. I get a lot of hate mail for it. In fact, I got a meeting with somebody on Tuesday who didn't like a previous interaction we had, and you know, I called him out in a private chat, and one of his friends in that private chat sent him a message, and then I was like, look, dude, here's the screenshot. Here's what I said. We'll talk. Don't worry. He's probably not going to like me by the end of it, but, you know, that's what happens, right? But shout out to all my drama-free people out there. People out there who just want to talk comic books and just want to be in the comic books and just want to appreciate comic books and don't want to screw over their fellow friends. But yeah, Dage Thoris, you know, so everybody with the Dynamite releases, right? Dage Thoris, when does she join S.H.I.E.L.D.? She looks like a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent here, right? Shout out to Comics Man, he knows what's up. So there's this one too, the Red Martian cover. And then Perillo, limited version cover. Blue Blood on that one too, right? Kind of wild. Comic show gang fights. It'd be like that part in Anchorman. That's for sure. Deja Thoris, number 12, is your limited virgin cover. And then Red Sonja and the Superpowers. Lau giving us a limited virgin cover. Linsner giving us this one. Wow. Then Perillo also delivering. You know, he's been delivering an awful lot lately, but this one right here is definitely on the up and up. And then Perillo, of course, says, hey, you know, you should check out my other things I'm doing for Rare Dynamite, carrying all these books. Sacred 6, number 9, there's your cover A. And then here's your cover B. Now, this one's going to get spicy because not only is there your cover C by Bermudez, there's your cover D. And then your cover E by Lau. This one's wild, right? Okay, so then we've got your limited Perillo Virgin cover. Your premium FOC variant, and then you've got your FOC Virgin variant. No, that's not the Virgin. I'm sorry, it's another FOC variant. Lou limited Virgin cover, Anselto Virgin variant. What up, cool my guy, cool comic guy, man. Appreciate, man. Thank you. And again, everybody, if you're in my live chat tonight and you have a channel, just say I've got a channel. Please sub me in the live chat. So when I go back and watch on the rewind, I have the ability to go, oh, I'm not already subscribed to you? How is that possible? And catch that. So, yeah, Perillo's girlfriend is pretty dope art as well. And, you know, so does Frank Frazetta's granddaughter. Let's see here. So here's your Bermudez Virgin incentive, right? There's our black and white FOC incentive. And then here's your Lao Virgin incentive. And I have a feeling the Lao fans are probably going to be after this one. The Perillo Sacred 6 number 9 30 copy incentive, which is black and white. Thank you, God Tank. Appreciate you, man. Sacred 6 number 9 35 copy black and white. And then we've got the final 40 copy incentive, which is your black and white incentive. Sonya Versal number 4. We got cover A by Lee Linsner doing the cover B, and she's all westerned out. I don't know what's going on with this story. I'm not reading it. But shout out to everybody in the chat who is reading this. Or if you're watching this on the rewind and you are a Dynamite reader, let me know what's up with Sonya Versal. There's your cover C by Federici. And then Miracle Molly, before she got all of her tech upgrades, was obviously pretty savage, right? Look at her here with the bone ops and, you know, the helmet. Miracle Molly. Yucca yucca. Sonya Universal. Sonya Versal number 4, cover A. Cover E, I'm sorry. Henderson. Hey, Comics Talk Weekly, good to see you. Cover F by Moss. And then the cover G by Walsh. This one, what's up with that armor, right? Then your cover H, which is your cosplay. And then there's your Lee Limited Virgin cover. Your Linsner Limited Virgin cover. And then your Federici Black and White Virgin FOC variant. And then your Premium Moss Black and White Virgin FOC variant. And then your Chew Limited Virgin cover. Wow, so she's like Spider-Verse. Sonyaverse is like Spider-Verse with a bunch of different Sonya for different worlds. Pretty cool. Vengeance of Vampirilla number 18. Cover A by Perillo. And this one, of course, has a bunch of incentives. But check out this Ben Oliver stuff, right? Ben Oliver just killing it. Vengeance of Vampirilla number 18, cover C. There's your cosplay. Your bonus FOC variant. Your Perillo Limited Virgin cover. Your 10 copy Segoviva Virgin incentive. The 18 copy or the 11 copy FOC incentive. Then we've got the 15 copy incentive. We've got the 20 copy cosplay Virgin incentive, 21 copy Segoviva, Perillo Tint Virgin FOC, 30 copy by Oliver. And then you get an Oliver Tint at 40 copy. And then here's your 7 copy black and white Virgin FOC. So you know, if he knows what's up with with them Tatas, man, the multiverse Tatas, somebody's got to keep track of them, right? And once you see one set, I guess you got to see the rest. Godzilla Monsters and Protectors number 2, cover A by Dan Schoening. Cover 2, which is your photo cover of Mothra. And then we've got the 10 copy RI retail incentive, which I don't know what's going on here, but obviously Mothra is a big piece of this puzzle, giving me some reassurance that my assumptions of the first one were correct. And so the first book that had the Mothra on the retail incentive cover was an accurate thing. The Mothra actually did show up. What's up there, Geek Driven? Thanks for joining in the chat. And of course, we have TMNT, the Best of Splinter, which they do not offer incentives. So this is another one of these crazy colored things. So it is the best of all, just like all the other ones. And then Transformers number 30's got your cover A, and we got your cover B, which is a pretty cool story if you're into the Torchbearers, which is the all-female combiner team that formed to Victorian. And then, of course, if you're a Cyclonus fan, there you go. There's some Cyclonus action for you. And then Transformers Back to the Future has reached the final issue. So here we go, everybody. Issue 4 of its 4-issue miniseries. There's your cover B by Phil Murphy, which is a pretty decent-looking cover. And then the final cover, which is this 10-copy incentive showing Marty McFly playing his guitar. Beast Wars giving us this number 4 10 copy cover A by Burcham. I'm sorry, your 10 copy or your cover B by Schoening, and there's your 10 copy, which did not have any cover art, but Dan Kana doing the incentive on this one. Dan Kana has done a ton of sketch art for it and a ton of other things. So it's going to be interesting to see what his artwork looks like on that one. But, of course, they didn't give us any details or shakers. So what's up, Astro Wizard? Good to see you in the live chat, too, man. So we're on to Image, and Image is going to be giving us Geiger number 1 at a 3rd printing. And I don't even think the 2nd printing has actually even hit yet. So it's kind of interesting to see that's doing some of the similar things that Boom's doing. And definitely got them wound up, right? So the next one up is Home number 2. And judging just by this cover alone, there is something going on that's probably going to make a lot of people go, what? It's probably skipped over the first issue. I'm one of those people who skipped over the first issue. So we'll have to see what's up with that. The Jules Verne Lighthouse number 2 of its 5-issue miniseries. And then we've got the cover B for that one. And then the cover C. It's weird looking. She's got like a pretty big version of Jax's arms behind her. Then let's see, the Jules Verne Lighthouse cover D, the Overship variant, is not shown to have cover art. So we'll see what's going on with that Overship. Definitely inquire at your stores about that one. Moonshine giving us issue number 25. And then we have Nomen Omen number 15 of its 15-issue miniseries. Oh, the final issue of Nomen Omen, everybody. So give me a shout out if I should add this one into the read pile that I'm doing on the presser. And if I should be reading this one, leave me a comment below. Let me know why. Pretty good stuff. And then Nomen Omen, some of these covers over the course of the last couple of weeks of, showcasing these things, some of these really caught my attention. So interesting to see what Nomen Omen is all about. But of course, it's an Image miniseries. Now, pardon me. Let me sip the old drink here too. All right. Well, Radiant Black has given us a 3rd printing of number 1. And here it is on FOC this week. But they've also given us a number 2 3rd printing, which means that this micro dot theme right here is probably going to be something you're probably going to want to pick up. And then the number 2 3rd printing is getting a black and white 10 copy incentive. Number 3 2nd print. And then number 4, all over. So Real Ruse is all on them. Yeah, I didn't really get into Radiant Black. All right, maybe now that there's 4 issues out, I'll give it a reread and see what's up with it. But I do know this is like the launch of the whole big old superhero universe for Image, so we'll see how it goes. But Radiant Black cover B for issue number 4. 25 copy. Oh yeah, I'm running out of gas, everybody. It's been a long week for me. Rain Like Hammers number 5 of 5. Yeah, let the kids stay up, and then he snuck over and woke up the wife, and I had to wrestle with him getting him to bed tonight. So it was exhausting, man. Parenting is exhausting for sure. But Scumbag is still delivering, and I don't know if I went over the Rain Like Hammers a little bit too quickly there, but Rain Like Hammers 5 of 5 is on FOC, so I'm going to read that one. That one's in the read pile. So as long as Radiant Black is kind of focused on the writer aspect, it's still okay. All right, I can give it that. And hey man, thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. We are indeed halfway there, and I got a video that I'll be putting together and dropping. So don't worry, I won't leave you guys in the dark on what's going on with the 500 giveaway and the 500 unlocking of the giveaway stuff and all the details on the Ultra Box, because I shared it last night. People were like, wait, one person's getting all that? I'm like, yeah, do you think it's good? And they're like, yeah, absolutely. Like, all right, well, I feel good about it now. So I was pretty confident about it earlier, but I had to make sure I get you guys some books that you like. So Scumbag is coming back with issue 8 and cover A. There were no incentives for this one. They've usually been doing a 1 in 10, but they decided, I think, to make it just a cover B on this one. So you'll be after that one. And then Stillwater, number 7. Oh, I can't stop yawning. Stillwater, number 7's cover B. And then Stray Dogs, number 4. And then your movie poster. So this one's pretty cool. And shout out to everybody who's getting the creative team from that book on their show. They're making the tour right now, which is good. I like seeing all you guys ask different questions on different channels when you're interviewing the same people. So it's good to see that that stuff's going down. But Ultra Mega number 3, there's your cover A. There's your cover B. And then here is your cover E. And why is that cover E? Because C and D are also there. C is a 5-copy incentive, and D is a 10-copy incentive. And then we also have Walking Dead Deluxe number 15, cover A. And then cover B. Here's your Tony Moore. Cover C by Raposa. And your cover D by Tedesco. And this is one of the weird times they actually have all the way to a cover E. So they're these colorized Walking Deads. My wife's not into them. She was into the black and white ones, and she was cool with the black and white ones. But she did not really say that she really wanted me to start picking those up for her. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because man, that's an expensive book. But next up, we got DC. So you guys know that here at the Secret Variant, I go live so late on Sunday that FOC already closed. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm trying to give the info to my boys on Spine Ticks for DC Final Order Cutoff, because that's the last day that they can do it, is basically if I show it on their show. But it was cool, because last night, if you guys were watching Spine Ticks, we found some hidden things that DC like to slide in there and not let people know about really well. And it's funny that they do that, because the stores do it. And again, with DC having an FOC that's one day off of everybody else, it really does throw a wrench into a lot of people's games. So we're just going to roll with the punches here, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you the books that are available for next week's FOC. So here you go, everybody. So Action Comics 1031, cover A, and then cover B is your Tedesco cardstock variant. I try to give everybody fire, man. It don't matter where I'm at. It's just I'm a comic book historian. I like to share the news. Batman Superman number 18, and that's a series that's been recommended to me by a lot of people, actually. I know that's only been back for a little bit after the Future State break, but I'll have to check it out. But Batman Superman number 18, there's your cover B by Sion Bianchi. And then your Detective Comics 1036, your cover A by Dan Mora. And then your Bermejo variant for the cover B cardstock variant, which is tight looking. Your Harley Quinn cover A. I have no clue what's going on here, but I don't know what's going on with Harley. But okay, Chew. Yeah, there you go, Derek. Now this one was interesting. This one caught my attention. Milestone Returns Infinite Edition number 0. There's your one-shot cover A. They didn't have artwork for them, but there is a cover B. Ramita Jr., and a cover C, which is going to be your blank cardstock. So I wonder what the Ramita Jr. cover is going to have on it, because it's interesting to see, his influence on things. Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom. So we're getting another Mr. Miracle miniseries. This one's going to be a 6-issue, and it does not appear to be written by Tom King if I'm looking at the cover. Nope. And then here is your cover B by Valentine, and that's your Valentine. I'm sorry, I messed up his last name, but that's your cardstock variant. And then of course, Robin number 2. When I saw this image, we all knew issue number 1 is going to have some heat behind it. Robin number 2 with Livewire. Yeah, it's going to be wild to see what's going on here. Then your cardstock variant, pretty cool looking colors. Now, this all came out digitally, and you can read all 4 issues of this miniseries, or 7 chapters. I don't know exactly how they're doing this. I guess they are doing a 7-book miniseries, but 4 chapters I thought were released, instantly. So, Mirka and Dolfo giving you the A cover on this Ruby Justice League crossover. And then there is a cover B by Demio, which did not have its cover art available. Teen Titans Academy number 3. Now this is interesting, because not only is it Teen Titans Academy, it's got Peacemaker and Connor Kent, Talon, and basically all the guys from the Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad and Teen Titans crossing over. And this makes it even more interesting to know about that Red X cover that showed up on Suicide Squad. And if this Suicide Squad movie does good, I have a feeling the number 1 variant for Peacemaker, probably one of the best Peacemaker variants I've seen thus far. But Teen Titans Academy continuing on with giving us Red X, Red X, Red X, because Red X is everywhere and everybody is Red X. Well, there he is again. And a pretty cool looking cover, though. Got Peacemaker, Connor Kent, and Talon. So it's the Suicide Squad versus Red X, maybe? Is that what's going down in this book? We'll have to find out more. All right, everybody, we're into the final stretch, so you know what this means. We're at Marvel. And Marvel gives us a Amazing Spider-Man number 66 with no variant covers. I think they're going to try to take it a little bit easier on us because they know that some of us are just like, no, not going to happen. I'm sorry, they're killing you with this Red X, man. You know, it's like the whole delay in reveal. I mean, it is getting people to buy books, though. But there is still a stack of those second prints at my LCS. So I'm still liking the fact that they haven't revealed it yet. But Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, number 3 of its 5-issue miniseries. This has been a good read. It's a little crazy, a little out there, but it's definitely a good read. And then you have the Davilia variant. Now, I'm showing this whole connecting thing here because this is actually the connecting variant of issues 1, 2, and 3 by Stephanie Hans. Stephanie Hans' number 3 portion will only be the far right Black Knight, the Dane Whitman one. The other 2 were on the previous variant covers. So I don't know why they always solicit it with this wide shot, but that's how they solicit it. So I just wanted to make sure I present you guys with proper information. Captain America, number 29. Alex Ross, still delivering. And then this one right here, the Venomized Red Skull, you know, the Skull of Venom, or whatever you want to call it, in the Heroes Reborn variant cover. So what they're going to do is they're going to do all these variant covers with all these mashup characters 1 month before they actually show them. So these are going to be covers to watch. It's definitely an interesting, because this looks more like a mashup of Spider-Man 2099. I'm just saying, it looks more like that logo than anything else. But we'll see what's going on. Champions gives us issue number 7. This one did not have any variant covers as well. Daredevil number 30. We're 6 issues in now, and you know, I made jokes about it. I was like, it'll never last long. It's definitely not a permanent change, unless they're going to keep her as Daredevil for a while, like they did like Jane Foster, and then push that into the movies later. Fantastic Four Life Story number 1 of 6. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to show the Fantastic Four different generations, modernizations, and things like that. And Brett Booth. We were just talking about his Flash variant last night on Spine Ticks. But this one right here, the Booth variant for Fantastic Four Life Story number 1, murdered it. Absolutely. Just, you know, his lines, you know, so much action in those lines. And then if that one's too busy for you, you want something a little bit softer, a little bit more 1960s, well, Marcos Martin has decided to deliver there. And then the Rivera variant, which is going to be your most likely your 1 in 25 incentive. It did show up as an incentive ratio, so good luck on that one if you are chasing. And then a book that has more variants than stores are ordering copies for, and that is Heroes Reborn. Here's issue number 3. So, we got a trading card. Oh, his name is Blur, but that name was taken from a Transformer, so I'm not really impressed. But he's a member of Squadron Supreme. So, Squadron Supreme, guys. Heroes Reborn, number 3. And this one is your Momoko Stormbreakers variant. And then we have a Bradshaw variant. And then we have the Verege variant. I really like this one. Immortal Hulk number 1, Time of the Monsters. Didn't show any variants for that one. And then Immortal Hulk, Time of the Monsters Ron Lim variant. Oh, there was a Ron Lim variant that I put the wrong artwork on. So I must have copied over the Ron Lim variant. My apologies. And that's supposed to be Mighty Valkyrie's cover A. And then here's your Momoko variant, and then your Virgin variant. So my apologies for screwing that one up. Robbed you of a cover. But Runaways number 36 did not have any variants. Shang-Chi number 1 absolutely did have variants. So we've got this Cho variant, which has the Spider-Man, symbol in the background, which is very odd. Unless they're pushing something going on with Spider-Man, which is interesting. let's see here. We've got the Yoon variant, which has the surviving members of his family, I guess, because Sister Hammer there, who made her first appearance in that miniseries, the previous miniseries. And shout out to Wanda Comics for actually having, the second print version of her first appearance. So it's very interesting to see what's going on with, with the whole Shang-Chi thing, or the Shang-Chi. Let me pronounce it like Kevin Feige would. So I'm interested. I'm probably going to pick this up just to see. And the Super Log, obviously, this is killer, all right? And I gotta say, I'm more happy with the Marvel releases tonight than I am like all the other ones, and it kind of shows. And then here you go. There's your Sue variant for issue number 1, and then we have a Jeff Scott Campbell variant, and that's going to round it off. Then let's see here. We got Silk number 1, the second printing variant. So this one is mask off. So later in a couple of months, when we're diving through the back issue bins looking for these things for $4. We're going to be looking at the ones that have the mask. Mask. No mask. Love it. And then they also gave you a second print on this one, too, which I thought was interesting. Like, this was just one of the other variant covers. But they decided to do that one, too. Good to see you. Look, I like that all you guys know each other in the chat, too. So the comic community is a lot smaller than people give it credit for. Star Wars Bounty Hunters. This is the War of the Bounty Hunters Prelude. I'm interested in this. So the Crimson variant, basically not much of a variant, just all red. So this is how they're doing variants now? Like, really? Oh, moving on. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 12. There's your Empire Strikes Back variant. Pretty cool. I like the Millennium Falcon ship. And then I made it, everybody. So many months ago, myself and a bunch of the Flipside guys were in conversation, even though I'm not in that on that show anymore, or even involved in that chat room, unfortunately. The 5th print was my call. I made the call. Star Wars High Republic's going to go 5th print. So stop. Yeah, that's right, Kitty. No more prints. Stop at the 5th print. We're good. And of course, I think they're running out of ideas if they're just reusing the artwork from the first print, which is what we have here. So I think it's probably going to be the end of the road, fellas. But, they're going to give you Star Wars High Republic number 2 in a 4th print variant. And then number 3 in a 3rd. Oh, and then we got Trials of Ultraman number 5. And then we got the Art Adams Kaiju variant for one of my fellow watchers, fellow subscriber, who thanks me every time because his store does not remind him of these Art Adams variants. But they're going to be there, so make sure you're picking these up for your Art Adams fans. And then there's your TV variant. And then rounding off the finalized section of this list here, we've got Way of X number 2. We've got Way of X number 2 and the Ward variant. And actually, just gotta say, Christian Ward, you're killing it with this one. So if you guys are actually reading Way of X number 1, this owl-shaped dude shows up in Pixie's eyes, too. Like, Pixie hallucinates and sees him. So it's a little weird. I do know that Pixie had her eyes taken from her at some point, right? Like, wasn't that something that happened? So she's, like, still getting used to new eyes. But you jumping on the whole War of the Bounty Hunters, it'll be your first Star Wars event. Hey, man, I jumped off at Vader Down. So I might be jumping back on with you there. So that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And then, of course, the last book on the list is Wolverine number 12, which shows us back in what looks like the Weapon X tub. No variants. And my dang cat is up here on my desk. Come here, cat. Not only are you trying to get into my stuff, I'm going to put you on screen. So this is my cat. She's named after a Transformer. Her name is Alita. And, of course, like all cats, she's doing things she's not supposed to. And she's back over here making me pet her. She's meowing at me constantly because, they love it. So anyway, fellas, ladies, everybody joining us, Apache helicopters, whatever y'all are into, I want to thank you. Because really, we've hit 500 subscribers. I've got a short box next to me right here that I have been loading up with stuff for the past couple of months. And I have more that I'm going to be putting into it over the next couple of months. So I'm definitely going to be making a video tomorrow. I'll be also making some IG posts. I'll make a Twitter post as well as a Facebook post. You guys can find out all of the stuff that's going into this box, and I hope you love it. But this is where I'm going to ask you again that if you do value some of your other comic book friends' ability to not miss out on stuff, why don't you go ahead and share them this video. Share them the link and leave me a comment below. And I want to thank you again for watching this wonderful show called The Secret Variant. And make sure that you, of course, are subscribed over to this channel because you don't want to miss the Raw Report when I go live. And yes, Geek Driven, one lucky person is going to be very, very happy. So I've said to grab a lot of them, actually, because the classic X-Men are reprints of a lot of the other Uncanny X-Men books that are now out of reach. So I've been grabbing issue number 9, which is a reprint of X-Men number 101, because not only is it a badass cover by Art Adams, it's the first appearance of a redhead Phoenix. Boom! But Rogue, not too shabby. She'll be in that box too. There's also, like, seriously, like, Sam, if you think of any key X-Men books from Giant Size X-Men number 1 until, I think, 188 or something like that. I don't even know. It went for a while. But basically, Giant Size X-Men number 1 is Classic X-Men number 1. Classic X-Men number 2 is X-Men 94. And then from there, it goes on up. So there's so you're talking about one that I was talking about probably way back, the Mark Jeweler variants. So issue 13 through issue 60, all of them contain a Mark Jeweler insert. I'm looking for an issue 43, which is the John Byrne cover, the Death of Phoenix. That one, that's the one that I'm looking for personally in a Mark Jeweler. So if anybody in the live chat watching my streams comes across that, I will pay you for it. That's definitely a book that's a grail for my collection. Not as much of a grail as I got, the other day, but it's still definitely one of those books that's up there on my chase list. And it's like, anytime I go to a new LCS, do you have any classic X-Men? It's definitely a thing that I'm looking for. And if I don't see them, I ask them, do you keep any other books anywhere? Specialty stuff. But Rogue is going to go home in that box with some people. So, again, I appreciate you guys subscribing over here to the Raw Report. It is this fun little thing I do over here, but make sure to get further details on this Ultra Box. You're going to find me on Facebook, IG, and over there on Twitter. And, of course, Friday nights or Saturday, depending on your time zone, I'm going to be on Drunken Chat. And, of course, that's where I'm going to drop a variant edition of the Speculation Matrix. But Mel's telling me that I should probably do it subscriber goal-based. So follow for more details on when the next Spec Matrix is going to be dropped. I don't want to turn the sharks all the way off, but they might start humping that subscribe button if I tell them that there's no Spec Matrix until the next subscriber goal. But nonetheless, again, everybody, my soundtrack, when it is working, is provided by White Bat Audio. Please be sure to give them a subscription because they are some of the best copyright-free music out here on YouTube. And then, of course, shout out to Eric Hurd, who I did see in the chat earlier. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you again for everything. And, of course, Mr. Hurd S. Eric on IG. Please hit him up for some graphics work if you are in the need. And, of course, I want to, again, thank every single one of you guys for watching. And, Sam, thank you for the questions on that one. Again, I talk about a lot of books, man. And if it's a book that I'm not buying or haven't bought yet, it's in there. It's in the Rolodex somewhere. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's one. I'll get to it eventually. But I hope you guys are all collecting what you like and attaining all of your collecting goals. And I hope that the Secret Variant was able to make you a better pre-FOC orderer, and that you are able to obtain the books that you were after this coming FOC. So I will see you guys Wednesday, unless I pop up somewhere sooner. And thank you again for the compliments on the show, Geek Driven. I appreciate it. And thank you again, Eric, for all you do. Astro Wizard, appreciate you as well. And shout out to everybody else watching on the Rewind who I can't shout you out. Just take it easy, and I will see you guys soon.